The SNP has hit out at George Galloway's calls for a major change to any future referendum on Scottish independence. SNP MP Angus Robertson said Mr Galloway's rallying cry for Scots living elsewhere in the UK to be given the chance to have their say in the event of second vote was desperate. It comes after Minister for the Cabinet Office Michael Gove appeared to ponder the political commentator's idea, describing his calls to give 795,000 Scots living elsewhere in the UK a vote as an interesting question. But Mr Robertson hit back on Twitter, writing, with polls now showing a consistent majority in favour of Scottish independence, its opponents in Westminster consider changing the electorate an interesting question. Looks desperate, and undemocratic. #Indiref2 #Scotland. Dundee-born Mr Galloway said, separatism must be answered by all Scots. The former Labour and Respect MP told his Twitter followers, I'll tell you this, if there's to be a second Indie ref, then 795,000 Scots living elsewhere in the UK must have a vote. If UK expats can vote in general elections from Spain, then an existential question like separatism must be answered by all Scots. This was shared by Mr Gove, who simply wrote, interesting question. Mr Gove recently visited Scotland where he sought to heal tensions between Westminster and Holyrood. During a visit to Alness in the Scottish Highlands, Mr Gove said those who want to feel both Scottish and British should not be forced to choose between the two. But he struck out at people who staged protests at the border on the A1 earlier this month as a few Bampots who don't speak for Scotland. He dismissed the demonstration and said, I think they're just a few Bampots who don't speak for Scotland. You will always find some people in any situation who will engage in these sorts of stunts. They don't speak for Scots, and I know that's the view of the First Minister as well.